So sometimes I'm not even motivated to go to the gym. It's just either I've had a long week, or I'm just tired that time, or maybe it's leg day, whatever the case may be, right? So now I'm thinking, so I need a reason to go. And I'm now thinking, ish, yeah, some of the honeys that you meet there, hey, because hey, these honeys in the gym, yeah, especially the fit ones, your chief. Yeah, and that's my motivation. Then I'm like, let me just go and see. So people will be thinking, this guy is motivated. He's coming to the gym. Chief, came to see some bums. I came to see bums, chief. But obviously, no. Look, obviously, I end up gymming. Obviously, come on. I end up gymming. But at least you need a motivator. You need to. Sometimes you need artificial motivation. I didn't want to make this one of those clickbaity kind of thumbnails, like I lost 50 kgs in 2 weeks. Some of these guys, bruh, some of these thumbnails, guys, it low key becomes patronizing. It's like, bruh, we know this is not true. As most of you may know, I went on like a weight gain journey when I actually went to the gym full time, right? Because I don't think you want to go on a weight gain journey without going to the gym. You just become fat. So, yeah, I went on a weight gain journey, and I just want to share some of my experiences, right, in terms of obviously getting to the gym, what I was eating, how I was exercising, and all these different things, right? And hopefully some of you guys can learn. Hopefully I can learn from you guys as well. And now, the first thing I would say, right off the bat, right, and I know people like to debate with me about this, like depending on your genes, right? Losing weight is just as hard as gaining weight, guys. People look at me and be like, "Funke, it's just eating. Just eat. You'll just eat pap. Just eat rice, beef stew. You'll grow." Guys, it's not that simple, guys. If your genes are not naturally, if they don't naturally accept you to gain weight, it's gonna be tough. Just as opposite. That's why fat people have a hard time losing weight. So for me, it's just as hard, and I would even dare say it's more expensive because the amount of food I have to eat, it's ridiculous, guys. Ah, hands down, in terms of cost, it's shit expensive. Guys, food is expensive. In fact, that leads me to my first point, my first lesson in this weight gain journey. Guys, food is expensive. Yeah, bruh. Like, guys, so let me just give you an example, right? Just to give context, right? So when I started in Feb last year, right? After about 5 6 months, right? I was now eating about a kg a day of meat, right? A kg in one day, right? So how I gauge that is obviously that dry pack from Pick and Pay mixed portions, yeah, that one. So obviously it's a 2 kg pack, and it would last me 2 days. So that's basically a kg. I understand that it's not exactly 2 kgs. There's obviously the bone mass and the skin and the fat, all these other things. Plus also, yeah, it's not exactly 2 kgs, but that's how I sort of just focus on the cost, right? So the cost of that 2 kg pack is about roughly $100, just to make it simple, right? So that meant that if that 2 kg lasted me 2 days, that means that I needed 30 kgs. So that means that I needed about 1.5 just on chicken. Now, guys, 1,500 rand just on chicken alone, just one ingredient. I haven't bought any starches, vegetables, nothing to drink, nothing. Just chicken alone, for one person. Just chicken alone, right? And I haven't even bought like the spices to cook it, the gravy, the nothing, guys. It's just chicken alone, 1.5, right? Let's look at another thing. Eggs, for example. Obviously, if you're bodybuilding, eggs are like one of the main things that you would eat, right? So, eggs, I would eat about 3 to 4 eggs a day. Right now, it's double, but Back then, last year, I would eat about 3 to 4 eggs a day. That means that I would need three crates, right? Three of those 30 crates. Oh, one crate has 30 eggs, right? Yeah, so I need three of those, right, to last me a month. So, and eggs were crap expensive, especially last year. I don't know, sometime last year or the year before. I think it was last year. Yeah, when eggs were were shit expensive. So, guys, I think I used to spend about almost $300 to $400 just on eggs. Yeah. Now already I'm hitting 2K. 2K, right? And I've just got two ingredients, two things: meat and eggs. We haven't talked about all the fancy little things that you wanna eat, like your blueberries in your milkshake, your bananas, your apples, your whey protein. Nothing. It's two ingredients. Do you get where I'm going with this? Guys, if you're gonna gain weight, guys, be financially prepared. It's tough. It's gonna be tough for the pockets, right? That's the first thing. I started at 69.2, and then I am now at 79.4, right? So probably now 80, right? Now that's about 10 kgs somewhere. Yeah, about 10 kgs. So to gain the 10 kgs, let me just explain what I had to eat the whole of last year, right? I had to eat about 6 meals. First meal was obviously around 7, 8 bowl of oats with bananas or something, and then I would put a 1 scoop of creatine, right, in the oats, right? Cool. And then around 10, 11, I would have 2 egg and tuna sandwiches, right? So I'd mix egg and tuna, then make 2 sandwiches out of it. Then around lunchtime, about 12, 1, I would have a full meal, like, rice, lots of rice, probably a chicken stew, a beef stew, with some vegetables and stuff like that, right? Fully blown meal. And then right after that, I'd have my shake, right? So in my protein shake, I would have obviously whey protein, milk, oats, bananas, what else? Yeah, sometimes apples and stuff, right? So yeah, and then around 3, 4, I would have another snack, like either egg and or either egg and avocado sandwich. Yeah, so I'll switch it up, either egg and tuna or egg and avocado, right? But eggs are always there. And then around 7, 8, I'd have my last meal, another full blown meal, right? That's chicken stew, rice, or beef stew, something like a big meal, right? So that's what I had to eat basically for the whole year to gain that 10 kgs. So imagine every day, bruh, you get tired of these tuna and egg sandwiches, bruh. Even there's a point where I couldn't even eat avocado anymore. I was just tired of avocado. So I had to find ways to switch it up and spice things up and whatever, try different things and stuff. So that's what makes it tough sometimes. It's just same thing every day. So I'd obviously try to come up with some new recipes and stuff like that, right? Number two, going to the gym is much easier than actually eating properly. And yeah, there's a meme that I saw on this Instagram page that I follow. I'll put up the picture here. Like, guys, there's going to people. You would think people have this mentality of, like, especially when you haven't gone to the gym before, you think, hey, waking up to go to the gym every day, that's easy. That's easy because there are incentives. You're motivated in some way to go and lift, these things, see people, the energy and stuff, right? But eating properly, guys, you're cooking day in, day out. Even if you meal prep, right? Sometimes you get bored of the meals that you're eating, right? You want to eat something different, but now you must still eat that stuff and finish it. Like, sometimes you're bloated, but you must still eat because you have to get the calories in. Because remember, you have to be on a calorie surplus, right? You have to eat more than what your body can take for it to actually grow. Your stomach actually has to grow, right? To take more and more and more and more. So, guys, eating properly is much harder than going. I can go to the gym any day. I can go to the gym every day if I wanted to. But eating is a mission, guys. And thing is also, you must understand that you can go to the gym all you want. If you don't eat properly, nothing will happen. I can guarantee you that. One day I went to the gym there, and even energy wise, if you don't fuel up properly when you go to the gym, you'll be there struggling even with a small weight. You'll be the one time I went to the gym twice that day, right? But the mistake I made is that I didn't eat properly in the afternoon. I'm telling you, I couldn't even spend 15 minutes in that gym. I was tired. Because what? I didn't have energy. So you have to eat properly, right? Number three, injuries are inevitable, right? you because remember you're pushing your body to the limit or close to the limit every single day that you go to the gym, right? You're trying to grow bigger, to to push your body further and so forth. So there are times whereby you're gonna overdo it, and you may or may not hurt yourself, right? So I think right now I've been quite fortunate, right? There's only one time I actually pulled this muscle right here. I was going quite heavy on the traps, right? Now yeah, I think these are traps. Yeah, traps, lats. I was getting confused. Yeah. So now I went quite hard that time, and then I pulled a muscle. Guys, can I tell you, I couldn't turn my head like properly for the next 2 3 days. It took almost like a week for me to fully recover from that muscle pull. So because I was going too hard, so those things will happen. It's almost inevitable. You're gonna get some shoulder pain, some elbow pain. Because I remember, especially when I started in Feb March last year, because my body wasn't used to weights, right? So I feel some elbow pain. Now it's gone. So after like a couple of months of just going in hard, and I had to get like those elbow supports and stuff. It was fine. So your body is gonna go through obviously certain things that it's gonna you have to get used to. You need to have patience, right? You need to have patience, like yeah, you need to have patience. Like you go to the gym 2 months to see a small muscle grow, like a small muscle. And you're like, yo, I've been in the gym 2 months, right? You have to have patience, and sometimes you even go to the gym and you know that you didn't push your hardest, right? But the fact that you still went to the gym, you still kept your body, intact and fit and stuff, counts, right? So you're gonna have to be patient with yourself, because even some days you won't feel like going to the gym, but you still have to do it, right? And results will only come like later, but you're still gonna have to keep on pushing, right? So patience, 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 right? Whether you don't see it or not, you're growing muscle, right? That's what you must know. Whether you don't see it or not, you're growing muscle. And look, that's why sometimes I don't blame these chicks that do BBLs and stuff. Although BBLs are not done for fitness purposes, it's more for aesthetic, right? But it's almost like a cheat code in a way, because it's gonna take the same goal, right? It's gonna take them a couple of years, right? Maybe a year or two, let's say, to properly burn that fat and look, have like toned body and all these things, toned arms and all these things. So it's gonna take them a couple of years, at least a year or two, to get to that point. So obviously most girls are not willing to wait a year or two for that kind of, a year or two of just eating properly, going to the gym every day. It's tough, right? So I understand why they do it. I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's not a good thing, because it sort of also speaks to your mentality as a person. Like, because then now, personally, I'll be looking at you and saying, so you're not willing to put in the hard work that other people are willing to put in to get the proper results, right? Why I say that is because it's gonna take so much grit and so much tenacity and so much strength and focus and discipline to get to that body that's slim and toned and all that stuff, right? And then you are going under the knife, paying 100K, and then you get a slim whatever, a BBL. It's a bit of a cop out, if I'm being honest. Because now, but also things, these girls, they don't do these things properly. You go and get a BBL, ne? Then now you don't, because remember, because the problem I have is that these chicks that get BBLs, they have a very thin waist and then big bum, which looks nice. It looks nice, but the problem is now, the moment they lift up their hands, when they say bye bye, this thing is also saying bye bye. This thing here. So now it's weird, because we can see your body is nicely shaped and toned, your waist is thin, but now everywhere else is like flabby, fat. So it's like, at least you got a BBL. At least go to the gym to tone your arms so that at least everything looks together. But these girls, they don't do that. They don't do that because why? They don't have the mentality of going to the gym, the discipline of eating properly, and actually, maintaining their body. Because things, after a year, that same chick that went to BBL and removed all these things, and the fat comes back again. Why? Because there's no discipline. There's no mentality to say, what, I need to maintain this. You see? So for me, that thing is it's going down a rabbit hole because I've gotten to see females that have been in the gym for years, and they've and you can see that these people are fit. Their body is toned, and it's a natural toning. It's not like they took fat and just no. You can see that no, this person was once probably this big, and now they're like properly toned and whatever. And so I've gotten to appreciate that and the hard work and the years that they've put into this thing. And then someone just goes under the knife. It's not the same, chief. It's not the same. Yeah, but anyways, I'm not shitting on them. I'm just saying it's a bit of a cop out, that one, and most of these girls can't even maintain these things. But anyways. The fourth thing is supplements, right? So I think for me, look, for me to get to this point, I definitely use supplements. So I used to take creatine, which I mentioned before. Then I used to take whey protein. So I used the Nutri-Check one, right? For both creatine and whey protein. So now, and then I also took pre-workout, right? So they're all good and they work, right? They definitely work, But the only one that I had an issue with was the pre-workout, right? It's because the pre-workout is a bit tricky in the sense that it gives you, it puts your body in overdrive, right? It puts your body in a serious overdrive whereby you've got so much energy and you just want to punch everything, right? But now the problem I have is that it feels like it's a natural energy that you usually wouldn't have, of which it is, right? Because your natural self does not have that extra boost of sugar or whatever the case may be to push through the reps. Because remember, pre-workout helps you push through that failure rep that you do, right, in the gym, right? When you're about to let go, when you drink pre-workout, you are able to do 2-3 more reps or even 4 more reps, right? Because your body's in overdrive, which helps a lot. That's why I'm saying it works. But for me, I think the problem is that it feels very unnatural, and also I found that sometimes I end up relying on that pre-workout. If I don't take pre-workout in the gym, I now feel like I'm not doing anything. I now just feel tired and I can't push through, because now my body is saying to me, Ash, you didn't drink that thing that usually gives us energy. So we can't push, past the failure point. So I was like, this thing is getting my body used to things that I don't want, because now I don't want to use pre-workout for the rest of my life, because it's actually it's just a shot of sugar basically that's in your body, and I don't think that's good long term. So I actually stopped using pre-workout because I think long term it won't be something that is I want my body to get used to, right? So I stopped pre-workout. One thing that also scared me about pre-workout is that so there was this guy in Raise, right? So when I was in UCT, he used to go to the gym. So he's like, Funga, let me show you what pre-workout does, right? So pre-workout you're supposed to put like I think 1 scoop, right, of the pre-workout, and then you put like this much of water, right? So it's a very highly concentrated like mixture. Then you just take it down, right? Cool. Now you put 1 scoop, right? And then you put like half the amount of water that you're supposed to put. So it was even more concentrated. And then you drank it. I can tell you that guy was sweating, and his iris, that black part of your eye, right, was jittering. It was like shaking like this, his iris, because he was like just like his body was like just it's full of energy, right? That's why I was like, yo, yeah, this thing works, but you see, but I don't think long term it's healthy for your body. So I was like, these things, they're nice, but I don't think I want to get I don't think I want my body to get used to this kind of thing. Then also, guys, one other thing, guys, these guys that make these fitness people that make meal preps on these Instagram reels and YouTube videos, guys, as Africans, can we make meal preps that have African food that everyone can afford? Because I'm looking through YouTube for SA YouTubers that are meal prepping, weight gain food. bruh. These people are making salmon and asparagus and shrimp. I'm like, guys, we are in South Africa, chief, and like also not that the stuff is not here, but it's not food that I'm gonna eat because I'm like, do these guys eat shrimp every day? Do they eat salmon every day? Do you know how expensive that food is, bruh? I'm like, guys, can you make meal preps that are more budget friendly?